Blog Talk Radio. Please bless this sanctuary. Please bring us peace and protection. May all who enter be nourished with love. Amen. Blessed be Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Blessed be to you. Please bless this day. Thank you. Bring us peace and protection. May our winter be nourished with love. Hallelujah.
Aloha. Good evening. Is it really evening? Holy cow, it's like 7 o'clock at night. And it's like still bright light out there. Good evening. This is Andrew Aloha live out of Tucson, Arizona with Spiritual Homes Productions on Blog Talk Radio and freeconferencing.com and Webinar Jam. Establishing and maintaining right relationships through human values. Aloha and welcome to tonight's Intimacy Tantra Relationship Psychically Fulfilled. Tonight we have with us Tantrica Lorae, all the way out of San Francisco. Is that correct, Lorae?
Yes.
Tantrica
With my
Lorae.
cat Missy. Maybe make an appearance on stream real soon.
So anyhow, tonight we're going to be talking about cheating in monogamous relationships and otherwise, and we're going to get to that. And what I want to do right now, and just let you know, this is the first of its kind. We haven't done this yet, and I don't know that there are other people, other radio show hosts doing the exact same thing we're doing right now. I don't think so. Maybe there might be a handful of people, but if not, we may actually be the only ones doing this right now. So if you're interested in actually listening to this broadcast via webinar or live on internet radio or over the phone, there's a variety of ways that you can literally come and listen to the show. And a variety of the shows that we do throughout the month, we're going to be doing this as well. We did a series, a webinar series, about 2 weeks ago, and it was so successful. I said, maybe we should do this regularly on the radio shows too. So that's what we're doing tonight. The first night we're doing the Intimacy Tantra Relationship Psychically Fulfilled show here on Webinar Jam. So we're just going to work with it and see how that goes. Meantime, what I do want to do is give a big aloha to all our underwriters who helped make this show happen from week to week, month to month, year to year, beginning with Tantrica Lorae at www.tantrica.com. Tantrica Lorae's life has been a personal journey exploring sexuality and spirituality for over 20 years. She's a certified tantric counselor and tantric healer and a certified mind sound teacher. Tantrica Lorae is also a graduate of Margot Non's year-long sky dancing tantra facilitator training program and a current member of the American Association of Sex Educators, Counselors, and Therapists Club, as well as a charter member of the Association of Sexual Energy Professionals, and she also regularly attends trainings and conferences to keep current with the latest research and information in sexual education. And we also have the 90-Day Ascension Journey at www.90dayascensionjourney.com. When you sign up for the 90-Day Ascension Journey, You will be facilitated with defining and redefining your soul or true life purpose. You will be assisted with finding out what ascension means to you. On this journey, you will be provided with tools, techniques, and assistance to empower you to connect and reconnect with yourself, your emotions and feelings, and your mind, body, and spirit. Through a universal, soul-centered process, you will be going through a lifelong transformation that will allow you to move forward with your endeavors and never look back if you dare. And then we have Audible. Audiobooks by Amazon.com at www.audibletrial.com. Download a free audiobook now. Listen to one of the top bestsellers or choose from over 150,000 other titles. Exchange any book you don't like, no questions asked. If it works on your iPhone, iPad, Android, Kindle Fire, Windows Phone, and computer, get it on audiobook. Get an audiobook of your choice free with a 30-day trial. After the trial, your paid membership begins at $14.95 per month. Cancel anytime if you wish. With your membership, you receive 1 credit every month, good for an audiobook and on Audible. And just to let you know, I just signed up for that, and they have a lot of interesting books in there. I got one by Doreen Virtue. Doreen Virtue. Is that her saying? Anyhow,
yes, it's the April stuff, right?
Yeah, she had a book. There was a book. She has several books out. The one I got had to do with angel communications or communicating with angels. I can't remember the title, but very interesting. And all you do is just listen. And it was a 2.5-hour book, but it was just really interesting to listen, so you can check out for if you want. Anyhow, we also have artichoke water at www.artiwater.com. The artichoke is the edible flower bud of a thistle-like plant in the sunflower family that has been eaten for more than 3,000 years. They are low in saturated fat and cholesterol and contain vitamin C, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, folate, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, A, E, D, and K, along with calcium, iron, zinc, sodium, potassium, manganese, phosphorus, and zinc. According to the USDA, it also has the highest antioxidant levels out of all the vegetables, and now you can drink it to avoid cancer, bad cholesterol, high blood pressure, liver damage, digestive issues, hangovers, osteoporosis, along with brain and metabolic malfunctions. Then we have Jim Hamilton at www.coreresonance.com. Author and entrepreneur Jim Hamilton unlocks the secrets of true success and introduces clients to new levels of success, unlimited abundance, and access to innate guidance. He says success begins to show up as synchronicities, fortuitous circumstances, and a steady progression of naturally unfolding events that indicate one's alignment with the fundamental truth of one's nature as it relates to the cosmos. He introduces Core Resonance System's ultimate personal performance as a technically designed to release limiting beliefs and values that block our ability to allow innate intelligence to express through us as well. Then we have Dr. Margaret Rogers Van Coops at www.samaracenter.com. Founder of Samara Psychic Education Center in England, Dr. Margaret Rogers Van Coops' psychic and healing talents have been recognized since early childhood. She's a PhD, minister, metaphysician, clinical hypnotherapist, doctor of integrated medicine, paranormal teacher, author, psychic healer, therapist, counselor, metaphysiotherapist. She's also an author of 7 metaphysically oriented textbooks that have been published both in Western and Eastern Europe, as well as Russia, China, Mexico, and India. She also practices successfully in Spain, France, Switzerland, India, Egypt, Japan, England, Mexico, and the United States. And then finally, we do have ZaiKaiRan Xian at www.ZaiKaiRan.com. ZaiKaiRan Xian teaches you how to co-create heaven on earth, how to become empowered to co-create heaven in your life, how to master the law of attraction to make your dreams come true, and learn tips on how to focus your energy and attention in a consistent and persistent way so that you can be healthy, wealthy, and happy. Ask questions, find out the secrets of the universe, find out how easy creating heaven on earth is in your life. ZaiKaiRan is an emissary of light and love, completely dedicated to the awakening of humanity to their full mastery and co-creation of heaven on earth. And if you have a hard time or there's a place where you can sign up for the email list, and then on the left hand side there's a link that says Intimacy, Tantra, Relationships Psychically Fulfilled, and just click on that. That'll take you to this page that I'm on right now, and then you can just go over this yourself on your own whenever you want to, and then go from there. So in the meantime, we have Laurie here, all the way out of San Francisco, and she's our in-house Tantrica here now for a few years here now. So Laurie, we were talking about this, and we decided we were going to talk about infidelity, or should I say cheating, in monogamous relationships. Is that what we talked about?
Yes, that was our topic for this evening. So we can rehash some of the old and maybe introduce some new ideas or concepts.
Okay. So, to all of our guests, if you want to call in and ask questions, you're more than welcome to do so. 646-716-4251, 646-716-4251. And for those of you that are interested in coming in on the webinar, we're doing this on webinar tonight. And so if you want to come in on the webinar, here, I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and grab that while Laurie goes over, just kind of introduces this whole notion about cheating in monogamous relationships. Really? People have to do that? They do that? Really? This was the 21st century. What's up with that?
Well, I think what kind of brought up this subject was this woman has been coming on my radar lately, and her name is Esther Perel. She wrote a book called Mating in Captivity. There's another line underneath that, which I don't know. But she's a therapist, and she deals with couples and couples relationship, and she is bringing new insight into the idea of infidelity or cheating. And the American perspective is very unusual, and so when I was listening to some of her talks, she has lots of stuff on YouTube. Did an hour-and-a-half presentation of her parts of her book that she's explaining about the mating in captivity, and that's on one of my to read list, and maybe they'll have that on the Amazon book list for you, so maybe you can listen to that also. But there seems to be this, at least from the American perspective, that cheating is such a horrendous infraction in a relationship that more often than not it will cause the destruction of the marriage, because one party is injured and the other is the perpetrator, and one person is the victim.
Well, Laura, hang on a second. Hang on. Before we even go there, I want to define what constitutes cheating, on what level, and what audience are we talking about? Are we talking about cheating as in terms of what it means to aliens, to human beings, to United States citizens, to people in Texas, to people in California? What is cheating, and what audience are we talking about? Go ahead.
Okay, so here we're talking about in a monogamous relationship. So we're talking about two people who are in a relationship. It can be man, woman, 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 man, man, transsexual, transgendered, with a partner, and these people are in a structured relationship. There seems to be this idea that when there's an infraction or betrayal, it's a betrayal of trust. One person is doing something to injure the other. And how does the cheating manifest itself? It can be physically with another person who is coming in, so you're introducing a third. There's another dynamic that's carrying out in the relationship. So one partner will split their attention between their married partner and someone else, and that could be considered cheating. There could be internet cheating. You're taking time away from the relationship to watch porn, or you're taking time away from the relationship to become involved in sports. You're taking time away from the relationship to become involved in your work, or you're doing a substance. In one sense, that is another form of cheating, even though it may not be viewed as that way. But it's, again, taking energy that could be putting into combining and creating a greater relationship, there's a detraction from the relationship. It could be just psychological, where a person is fantasizing about somebody that they'll never have, and they're pursuing this dream, or something about that, and they are not putting their energy into the relationship. Basically, my definition of cheating, or what the understanding of what cheating means, is that there's a disconnect, and the person is one person, man or woman, is seeking energy, approval, interaction that is not being completed in the relationship.
So just to let you know, earlier, I think yesterday, I found an article. I just popped, I just happened to just jump into my face and say, here I am, and it's actually on the Huffington Post. They're talking about cheating, and they're constituting cheating as being infidelity or unfaithfulness. And according to Yahoo definition of infidelity, it's saying that it's unfaithfulness to a sexual partner, especially a spouse, an act of sexual lack of affinity or loyalty, lack of religious belief. So that's a good mirage of definitions there. That it's not a wide variety of definitions, but a variety of definitions. But you're right that cheating could be as simple as a thought of wanting to have sexual intercourse with somebody else's somebody else or whatever, or cheating could be could be focusing your intimacy with somebody else rather than just your partner, and whether that's you're saying too that cheating there's no boundaries, or boundaries have been set so that you're not allowed, someone is not allowed to think about others just so in a monogamous relationship, just about each other, and that's it. Is that what I hear you saying?
That's parameters that America has much set up for marriage.
Yeah, but we're talking about monogamous relationship. We're not just talking about marriage. We're talking about monogamous relationship.
But usually monogamy is in a marriage, but you can have monogamy in some people aren't married and they're monogamous. Yes, they've been in long-term relationships, but I'm just saying the structure is, in this monogamous relationship, there is this understanding that there is do-all, end-all, be-all for your satisfaction and fulfillment. There are no other outside interests. There are no other exterior stimuli that the person that you're married to or in relationship with has to satisfy all of your needs, which I think is very unrealistic.
Okay, so now you're saying that cheating constitutes not meeting your partner's needs, that you are expected to do so, or you've already laid down the boundaries for this? Is that what I hear you saying?
I think the term cheating happens because we have these expectations that aren't realistic. You enter a relationship with another, that someone is going to be able to meet all of your needs. And Esther defined cheating as a betrayal of trust. So how that betrayal manifests itself, it could be in an affair, a physical affair with someone. It could be in an emotional affair with another person. I kind of look at cheating as someone who's an alcoholic is cheating in their relationship with the bottle of booze.
So
they are having an affair with that substance. They are taking, of choosing that over choosing you. Or someone who's choosing a drug to do is having an affair with that drug. Now, this is maybe extreme, but if we're going to, talk about extremes and cheating, let's bring everything into the context.
Okay.
Someone's attention is not being the person who is the cheater, the perpetrator, is the term that Esther talked about, is doing something to injure the other person.
So I tell you what, why don't we bring in error code 630 and ask them what they constitute as being cheating. Hang on a second. I think this is supposed to work, right? Yeah. Aloha.
Hello.
Aloha, error code 630. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. What's your name? How do you hear about it? Where are you located at?
My name is Mia, and I'm calling from Florida. And I called your show a few months ago. At that time, I wasn't with anyone, and you gave me a reading. You told me that I would meet someone that I will marry, and he will be dark skinned. And at the time, I was like, okay, whatever, because I haven't met him yet. And I met him. And he is marriage material. So I just want to call and let you know that your prediction came true.
Now, did I tell you that, or did somebody else tell you that?
Yeah, you did.
I told you that.
Yeah.
Well, and so how are you feeling about that right now?
My feeling is really good. I'm really happy, and it's been amazing since the day I met him.
Wow. Now, I'm sorry.
I just don't know how you knew it. But you knew it before I even met him.
Oh, well, again, what's your name again?
Mia.
Nia or Mia?
No, it's Mia with an M.
Okay, M. Okay, got it. Okay, I think I kind of vaguely remember you. But sometimes impressions just come to me, and I don't always know what they are 100%, but I just go with it and then just leave it at that. So I'm happy
that's
for
how
you.
I felt. Thank you. That's what I was feeling like when you did the reading for me, because I, was like, oh, okay, whatever you said, I'll just and go with the flow. But eventually it happened.
But Mia, you're saying you've already met him, but and you feel like maybe he is something that you might want to spend the rest of your life with. But nothing,
yes.
nothing
yes,
has been
right.
agreed upon yet, though. You're still in the mating or the mating ritual program. No, the dating program. Is that correct?
Right.
So Mia, I tell you what, we're talking about cheating, and maybe this is something that you might want to talk with us about. What do you think is cheating? What constitutes cheating for yourself?
Well, I just think when there's no trust, I don't know. I don't like cheating, and then I don't cheat, and
that's not what
I
we're
would
talking
hope
about.
my partner doesn't cheat.
Right now, what we're doing is defining cheating, putting parameters on what that actually means to us or to each other. So what does that mean to you? If somebody's cheating on you, what's the criteria that you use to define cheating for yourself?
For myself, like, if I was to cheat on myself,
if you were to cheat on somebody, or somebody was to cheat on you, what would that mean? What does that mean for you?
that would just mean like a total no-no. We're through. That's it.
Well,
There's no coming back.
But how do you define it? I understand. We all know that we don't like it and we don't appreciate it. But what does that mean to you?
Lack of trust, lost trust in each other.
Okay. So what kind of actions would produce that would culminate cheating for yourself?
Lack of communication, I would think.
Okay. So for lots of people, cheating Lorae here, Psychically Lorae talking about just now, she was saying that some guy could be an alcoholic and could be cheating on his wife through alcoholism. They could be literally they could be cheating with alcohol. Alcohol would be the culprit behind the cheating. What's that?
I don't know. That's almost like, just blame it on the alcohol.
Well, no, that's a good
I don't
point.
think that's true.
Well, that's a good point. That instead of going out and being intimate with his wife and being social with his wife, he's out being social with alcohol instead, and being intimate with alcohol instead, and that's his buddy. So, but there's other examples. I'm not just saying that's the only example. There are other examples of what cheating would mean. Cheating could be, of course, very straightforward. Some person having an affair with another person, in another city or another town, or another part of town, or whatever. That of course that's the big. Right now, what we're doing is putting a finger on other than just the apparent forms of cheating that people look at all the time, and there's a form of pulling back and in being of cheating. Maybe a girlfriend may hold back on her boyfriend in intimacy, in having sex with her partner, her boyfriend, because she's wanting to hold back because maybe there's somebody else that she's interested in having sex with, or in a relationship with further down the road, that she wants to connect with. So she's refusing to have sex with her boyfriend because of that. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you hear me? Do you hear me what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think she should just break up with the boyfriend. That's what she's feeling.
Okay, but if you've been,
I just think that you should end what something first before you start something new.
But
if there's no passion, no romance left, just end it. And then you're open, you're free to find something new.
Yeah, let's go like this.
Someone new.
What's the longest relationship you've ever been involved in?
6 years.
6 years, and when you broke up.
And I never cheated. I've never felt like I need to. But when the romance died out, I just break up with the person.
Well, that's what I was saying. But did you do that overnight, or did it take a period of time for that to happen?
Well, the breakup took a period of time, and even like when I move on took time.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and that's what we're talking about. So I guess that's a good point, Lorae. Are people cheating because it's a red flag that they're getting ready to move on?
I think it's a sign of what Mia was saying, is that there's a betrayal of trust, and it's also I like the term red flag, but not in a negative sense, but it's a way to indicate that there's an issue in the relationship that one person is providing, so then that needs to be addressed by both, because the relationship isn't one person or the other person, it's the combination of two people coming together. But something that Mia was saying that I also about how, if the person is cheating, then you should end the relationship and kick him to the curb. Which I don't know. There's so many factors involved as to why a person would cheat, and we have this mindset again in America that they're the bad person and we want to support the victim, but the perpetrator is evil and he needs to be punished. And rather than looking at the reasons why this was going on, and because it's a relationship issue, how can it be resolved through both people? But if one person always stays the victim, how can there be healing and integration in the relationship? And one other thing that this woman was talking about, Esther Perel, she said it's very interesting in other countries, like in Europe, when there is an affair, they will tolerate it for the sake of the family. The family unit is so important that the family will stay together, and the husband and wife may, if they're no longer compatible or whatever, may find solace in another partner. But in America, what we do is we blow up the family structure, dissolve the family, and divorce after divorce after divorce. And look at how many broken families we have and how many screwed up kids. So I kind of want to pull back on saying that if there is cheating or an affair in a relationship, what is it a sign of? And can it be handled by both people in an adult way so that there could be healing if both people decide that, yes, we should continue the marriage, but they don't want to break up. But usually the outside influences are, if the man cheated, if the man's a creep, kick him to the curb, don't talk to him, destroy the family, destroy the relationship, and then move on. So that's the mindset that we have in America, whereas in other countries they don't. And
so then I guess that's another good question, Lorae and Mia. You guys can answer. Does cheating constitute a good reason to break up?
I think for now, how it's pretty much laid out, yes, it's grounds for divorce. It's one of the criteria that people will go to the divorce lawyer rather than saying, "Oh, gee, he did infidelity," and let's look at that issue because it's a relationship issue. Neither partner is totally innocent and neither partner is totally guilty. But how it's viewed in America is the cheater is the evil person, and the person cheated upon is the victim, and we have to support them and make them feel better and placate them, and etc.
Mia, what do you think? Does cheating constitute breaking up with does that constitute a good enough reason to break up with your partner, your husband, your lover, your boyfriend?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I would totally break up with a person.
And again, this is talking about monogamous relationships.
Find out why? Wait, hang on. But without wanting to understand why he cheated? So you just say that he's he's evil, and that you wouldn't really want to understand his motivation?
No, it's not that he is evil, he's bad or anything. It could be my problem too. Maybe he's not happy with me. Well, if that constitutes him cheating, then if he's not happy with me, I just want to leave.
But you don't know, and he talks about communication, which is really important in a relationship, and I totally agree with that. But how many people communicate? How many people take classes in marital communication, of being able to sit down and talk about your issues, talk about what your feelings are, just talk about problems, or even acknowledgement. Somebody thinks a stroke. We don't do that. We just get married and say we're going to live happily ever after, have these Disney fairy tale happy endings, and it's insane.
So now that's a really good point, Lorae, that you made, is that you know, you say, yeah, Joe Schmo cheated on me. That's it. I'm done. But neither of you take the time to sit down and understand why that's happening. Now, according to the Huffington Post here, in terms of their this article that they wrote, it's called 3 Signs Your Wife Will Cheat on You, and it doesn't say the husband or the partner, but either way, it's because of lack of quality time with your partner, also inability to resolve conflict, and also lack of attention. So they're literally stating that those are the 3 reasons that women will cheat. Well, probably men will cheat too. But
read them again. Read them again. Just one more time. So
the 3 reasons that women supposedly will cheat on men would be because a lack of quality time with the wife, also inability to resolve conflict, and then the last one is lack of attention, which to me is the same thing as lack of quality time. So I mean, literally, I think there's only 2 reasons that they're substantiating, and to me, but you know, is that relevant? I don't know, but I think it's much more. It's deeper than that, than just time with you spent. Well, quality time, I can see if people aren't taking the time to connect with each other and maintain that connection on a regular basis, then you're right. They're going to feel neglected. They're going to feel abandoned. They're going to feel maybe shameful or guilty, and they will. They'll go to somebody else, and then that's it. You know, they're done. They just move on. They say in this article at the very end, they say, what does it all mean? Oh, come on, computer, with this program. So what does it all mean? Come on. According to the researchers, none of the women actively sought out affairs. As time went on, however, they grew more frustrated in their marriages, and the partner they cheated with became more desirable. So, so basically, come on. And I'm going to cheat on this computer and maybe throw it away, but that's besides the point. So anyhow,
so what I'm hearing is that they're saying that women are looking, well, at least from the survey, maybe needing more of an emotional intimacy.
Well, they were frustrated, and the partner they cheated with became more desirable. When the opportunity arose, they were less hesitant to stray. Of course, every marriage is different, but the authors of the study note that these significant or specific insights into cheating could help people and professionals identify early warning signs in relationships and work toward fixing them. So I think, to me, as you know, even with kids these days, you know, kids have a hard time figuring out what they should do in life, you know, what they should do on a day-to-day basis. You know, my nephew, he stated a number of times, "Oh, I'm so bored." Why? Because there's nothing for him to do that has any meaning to it, any passion, any significance, any benefit, nothing that's actually of productivity. So when I give him, you know, when I tell him, you know, go out and find something to be, you know, to do that's productive and creative, then that's what I tell him, so that he'll be able to be more you know, useful, with, you know, more, you know, and focused on what he should be accomplishing in life. So I think it's the same thing with these couples that are cheating on each other. They're bored. They're bored stiff. You know, they have no sense of regard for what's going on in the relationship after a while, and so they stray on and just move on, and then that's it. They just go on to another partner, basically. And so, because they're bored, but see that it says it itself. The women that are cheating aren't being productive. They aren't being creative with their time off, and so not only are they cheating on their partner, they're cheating on themselves. and they're abusing themselves. That, you know, that's another form of abuse. Abusing yourself. So you know, is it worth it? I don't know. Maybe a lot of women out there think that it is worth it. But you know, in the end, in the long run, I don't know. I don't think so, because it causes a lot of hardship, a lot of pain, unnecessary pain, and is it worth it? That's to each his own on that one. But anyhow, that's my story.
I want to thank you for taking my call and allowing me to participate. And I want to say good night. I'm on East Coast time, so it's 10 p.m. here.
What? You're a party animal. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's almost 11. Thank you.
Mia, were you wanting another reading, or you just wanted to give us the good news and that's it?
Well, if you have time, because the last time you just gave me whatever showed up.
Okay, no.
But can I say something really quick? So,
go ahead.
I think, you know, I believe that there are no accidents, and Mia's tuning in to hear this program. It's not that this cheating is going to happen, but I think, you know, you're entering into a relationship, and, you know, that was predicted, and it's like planting a seed. So now you're listening to how to prevent the weeds in your garden when your plant starts to grow, Mia. So again, preventive, you know, they say what about, you know, preventing things. So again, you were really smart talking about communication with your partner, you know, keeping things open, really investing time in a relationship, maybe taking some courses in you know, relationships, what can go on in relationships and how to communicate needs, and also know how to have separate time as well. As, you know, you get together time, but you also need your own personal growth time. So all of those things that Andrew was talking about, with the women being frustrated and why they would seek out somebody else or something else, it's because they're not growing. So you sound like a really smart woman. And can I ask how old you are?
Yes, I'm 41.
Oh, so you've been around the block a few times, so it's like you're ready to settle down, and you've had some nice experience.
Well, Laurie, I don't know about that either, but assumably she's been around the block at least once.
She dated a few times. She said she had a 6-year relationship, so at least she came through that once, you know, a long-term one. So I think we're kind of, like I said, this might be helpful to prevent things down the road, and to keep, you know, this wonderful relationship that you sounded so excited about, really fresh and growing. So now you can do the prediction answer.
So Mia, what I did is I pulled a card for you, and what I'm getting is, it come December. Are you planning on taking a vacation in December or something like that?
I just let it happen. I don't plan anymore. It just seems like my life works in a happier. Like, it just letting it happen, going with the flow. If it happened, it happened. If I'm going on vacation in December, let it happen.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy of doing it this way.
Mia, what do you do?
Right now, I'm a bookkeeper.
Mia, okay, this is what I'm going to say. I have a feeling you probably have Sagittarius in your chart. So come December, you might want to take a vacation, like maybe in November or maybe early December, something like that.
Okay.
And just, for about a week or a few days or something like that. And you know, I'm not saying to go out of your way to make it happen, but I think you might want to take a little vacation, because after that you're going to come back, and then energies are going to shift. And when that happens, not that I'm trying to hex you or anything like that, but things are going to be a little bit different. So you're going to want to try to maybe hone in on doing some of your prayers, your meditations, your yoga. I don't know. Do you do hatha yoga or something like that?
Well, as far as exercise, I do Zumba. I do meditate every day.
Okay, good. So you're gonna really want to stay focused with that. Maybe for a period of 2 years, it's hard to say how long that's gonna last. But the energy is gonna shift. That's gonna shift. May last for a few weeks, few days, few months. So you just stay peaceful with yourself and listen to a lot of really nice music that allows you to stay at peace with yourself. Does that make sense to you?
Oh yeah.
So
I've been enjoying like soft love music lately.
Yeah. So good. So yeah, just continue with what's going on and just kind of go with the flow for the rest of the summer and into the fall, and then come the winter time. Winter time might be heavy for a lot of people. So just know it's coming and it's I don't know that it's going to be full force, but it's going to be forceful enough. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow. Okay, I trust you. I mean, you did that prediction for me, and something happened.
Yeah, well, and that doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying, just go with the flow, and you'll be fine. And even if you get you've been dating with this guy lately.
Yes, I am.
Just keep it simple for now. Don't get into anything serious. And if he tries to get serious on you, just say, hey, let's just take our time. Just keep it simple for now, and then let the universe talk to us and let us know what our next step is if we have a next step with each other. So, you know what I'm saying? So just
okay.
And right now Mercury's retrograde, so I'm giving you as minimum information as possible because after Mercury gets out of retrograde, then that all feel much better. But Mercury retrograde, it really throws off a lot of people. But anyhow, thank you for stopping by. And you got anything information for Laurie?
No, but I would just say, since you're in this kind of like exploring state with this new partner, things light and playful. Do fun things, and they don't have to be anything really complex. You can do. There's a tantric ritual of utilizing the senses and just have a nice maybe finger food. You can blindfold each other and then just feed each other the food for an evening.
Oh, okay. Sounds fun.
Yeah, and if you can put blankets down or towels down if you're going to get really messy. But that's even more fun. The messier, the better. But it's things like that, just to kind of like explore how, because these things tell you about how they feel about their body, how they feel about, is he a perfectionist? Is he really picky? Does he like to play? Is he serious? Can he get out of that serious mode and just let his hair down? You're going to get a lot of information that way.
Okay, keep it light, simple, and fun. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, things are getting so complex, so just I think that's really good advice.
It's kind of like well, you're just basically getting to know him, and so just do stuff to get to know each other. Right now, you're just getting to know each other, and that could be a few days, a few weeks, a few months. I mean, if you don't have a lot of other lifetimes with each other, or maybe none at all, then it might take a little while to get to know each other. But if you actually have several other lifetimes with each other, then you'll get to know each other real quick.
Actually, you know what? The reading that you did for me a few months ago, you said that there's been past lives.
Yeah, and that's what I'm still feeling that. Yeah, I'm still feeling that. So
yeah. There's been it feels like there's like a connection on a deeper level.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So take the time to learn that connection, learn what that is, and figure out if you like it. I mean, you might like it, or you might not. You may not like it. But in another lifetime, maybe he was really mean to you, or something like that, or whatever. But you know that, and even so, that won't matter as long as you guys understand that was from another lifetime, and understand that you're both moved on, and you're both grown up, and now you're in the present, and now it's a completely different story. So, or you know, or maybe you guys may have been madly in love with each other in another lifetime. I don't know, but right now you're still in discovery mode, and again, that could take months. It could take years. I mean, I don't know. It could take even years, but you just wait for it and just let the universe. Now, one of the things that I've been working with lately is working with angels. I just heard this book by Doreen Virtue, and one of the angels that she stated was in charge of let me see. Hang on, time out.
Is there an angel in charge of brother?
Samuel. He's the one that helps you with relationships. So you can call upon Archangel Shamuel to help you with your. What do you want me to? Okay, are you okay if I call upon Archangel Shamuel to work with you?
Oh yeah, I'm okay. I love working with the angels.
Okay, and then Hamuel. There's another one called Hamuel, who also works with the grace of God. So let's call upon both those angels to work with you, so that you can have a really nice relationship with them.
Yes.
So we call forth and call forward Archangel Shamuel and Archangel Hamuel, that you please come forward immediately and assist, guide, support, and work with Mia here before us and her partner that she's been going on with lately. And that the divine truth may be foretold. We ask and request and deem well that you please assist and guide and support in any way that you can and are willing to do so. Thank you for doing so. And if there's anything that you care to impart to them, feel free to do so at your convenience, whenever you want, as long as you want, however you want, as often as you like. Are you okay with that, Mia?
Yes.
And thank you for doing so. Namaste. So, okay. And is there any other questions that you have? And again, come December, January, February of next year, you're gonna want to minimize your confrontations as much as possible. Does that make sense to you?
Computation. January?
Confrontation. Conflict.
Oh, confrontation. Oh, conflict. Oh, yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, just maintain a low key on conflict and confrontations. December, January, February, March of next year.
Okay, January, February, and March. Okay.
Okay, do you hear me? Do you understand that? And I'm not sure that you can remember that far when you get there, but you know, hopefully you'll remember that, and then and you'll go, oh yeah, Andrew Aloha said I should just try to just be quiet as much as possible. Okay, fine. So, and I'm not saying to avoid conflict or confrontation or whatever. When you should, you know, there are times that you might have to have a debate or might. And if you do have to, if you do decide to go forward with a confrontation or a conflict, then make sure that you do it in the most professional, peaceful manner as possible. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and by the way, we're right now just to let you know, we're airing this on Webinar Jam. So literally, this is going to be available on YouTube tonight, even tonight, after about a half hour or an hour after we finish the show. So I just thought I'd let you know that.
Oh, cool.
So next time you can come on the Webinar Jam and you can chat with us there and talk with us there too.
Oh wow. Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, it is.
Because you can literally,
Thank you so much.
You can literally see me on the screen right now with my I have literally my header of my website on behind me. Isn't that funny? All right, yeah. Thanks for coming back and sharing with us. I appreciate that. And good luck with all that. God bless, and may everything work out in the way that you want it to. Aloha.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
So I think what we're going to do, Lorae, sure. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and play some music, do a halftime, and then we'll finish up this creature called cheating. We're going to play this music called The Alchemist, the acoustic version by Kaya from his album Born Under the Star of Change. And then we're going to
Born Under the Star of Cheating.
Change, yeah. Born Under the Star of Change. And, In the Heart of the Sun. No, I tell you what, I want to play this song called In the Heart of the Sun instead. We'll just play that one.
Okay.
And we're going to send out love, blessings, healings, angels of light, and love to all the lovers, to all the boyfriends and girlfriends, to all the women, to all the kids, to all the men, to all the boyfriends, all the girlfriends, to the President of the United States, to all the children and animals and plants on the planet, and especially the ones in need and concern. Of course, to you and your family, Lorae, and to my family and my friends, and to your friends, and to my car, and to my place of residence, and your car and your place of residence, and to anybody you want to add to that today?
All the crops. The weather. The weather needs to be like in California, and like we need rain, so we want blessings of rain, water here in California.
So listen, love, blessings, healings, angels of light, love to all the clouds and all the sky, all over the planet, especially in California and Arizona and Texas.
Nevada, Texas, where
and then to the planet, of course, and to everyone else in need and concern, and we will be back. In the Heart of the Sun by Kaya from his album Born on the Star of Change, and we will be back.
I was looking at myself the other day, staring into my eyes in the mirror, and the me that I know fell away. There is saw myself and cleaner in love. All that there was pure. In the heart of the sun, in the heat of the fire that burns in my soul, it's the power of the one, the one that I am, and the one that is all, and the all that is one. Faces I must complete, followed one after another, anger and laughter and pain, until my soul was conquered and joy. All that was left was pure joy. In the heart of the night, in the heat of the fire that burns in my soul, it's the power of the one that I am, and the one that is all, and the all that is one. looking at myself the other day, staring into my eyes in the mirror, and the me that I was meant has changed, and I see myself ever clearer in the heart of the fire, in the heat of the fire that burns in my soul. The power of the world, and the one that I am, and the one that is all in the heart of the fire, in the heat of the fire that burns in my soul. It's the power of the world, the one that I am, and the one that is all in the all that is one.
And we're back. This is Andrew Aloha live out of Tucson, Arizona, with Spiritual Productions on Blog Talk Radio and freeconferencing.com and Webinar Jam, establishing and maintaining right relationships through human values. Tonight we're talking on the Intimacy, Tantra, and Relationships Psychically Fulfilled show. We're here with Laureate Lauritch out of San Francisco, and who's our in-house Tantrica. And we're talking about cheating in monogamous relationships. And right now, we just got done playing a song by Kaya from his album Born Under the Star of Change. And if I can do this fast enough, I can show you the album cover. So that way, in case you want to go check it out for yourself, you can just go do it whenever you want, as long as you want, however you want. So here you go. That is his album, and of course it's backwards. How did that do that? I don't understand. But anyhow,
I see it fine. It's straight.
Oh, you're seeing it right side up.
Yeah.
On my end, it's not showing that way. But anyhow, that's Kaya, and if I thought it's KYA, and if you decide to go and look at check it out, then you can do it on your own. But anyhow, KYA or KAYA is his name. So anyhow, we're gonna go back. Where were we? This it'd be nice if we can get this thing to work right. So anyhow, we're finishing up this conversation. Earlier we were talking to Maya, who explained or exclaimed that we did a reading for her several months ago and about a love relationship, and somehow it's coming to fruition. It's coming true. So that's cool. And we did a little bit of a reading with her. We talked about cheating in terms of reference to what she means by cheating. And I think that's a good point, Laurie, that's to be made, is that she seemed to have a hard time describing what cheating meant. Did you pick that up? Did you notice that?
What do you mean?
I think it seemed like she had she didn't understand what cheating really meant. That's what it felt like to me. And so to me, I think maybe it's not just her, but I think a lot of people are like that. They don't know what it means to cheat. They don't have boundaries. They haven't set those boundaries in terms of what cheating actually means. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And again, I think this whole, it's multidimensional in the issue, in the structure. So relationship defined in America, we're talking about American culture, has to be monogamous. Now, again, there's people exploring something called polyamory. We won't even get there. So in this monogamy, two people come together, and as I said, they're coming together for various reasons, and I don't know if that's really played out or defined. So, like, if you would do a business contract, you would say, business person A fulfills this and this and this and this. Other person B does this, blah, 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 blah. But I don't think people really, we use that word, we're in love, we're going to get married, we're going to have children, there's going to be the house, but they don't look at the emotional aspects and the psychological dimensions of relationship. How are the two people relating to each other? Again, this idea of trust. What is trust, and how is trust built in the relationship, and how do you define trust?
So
what happens when one person not gets the trust is broken, as you were reading in the article about from Huffington Post, that they're not getting emotional needs met. The person isn't getting any kind of attention, so they're looking for that satisfaction or fulfillment outside of the relationship.
Well, I mean, there's a lot more into it. It seems to me that there's a lot more into it than that the Huntington Post is describing. I think there's a lot more to cheating, a lot more to infidelity, and a lot more into being unfaithful than meets the eye. I think there's a lot of reasons. If a person is cheating, number one, what is their history? Have they done this before? And if so, then obviously, then the person that's cheating, they really needs to look at themselves. But the person that's being cheated on also needs to be looking at themselves. Have they been cheated on? And what's their history? Have they cheated on other people? And there's a lot to look at. Just a few things. I think that what the Huntington Post put out is very shallow compared to what really needs to be looked at, and not just attention. Whoopie-doo, attention. I think they did say quality of attention. And I think that's the key right there. That's one of the major keys, if not the key, to cheating to begin with. I guess. I mean, why do you think people would be cheating, Laurie?
Well, as I said, there's this pervasive thought that when you're in a monogamous relationship, that the other partner is the end-all, do-all, be-all for your pleasure, satisfaction, and fulfillment. And I think it's a ridiculous idea to have. So when those conditions can't be met, And like I said, the other person may want to go out and have those satisfaction and fulfillment found outside of the relationship. One of the things Esther was talking about in one of her talks was this idea of a soldier going off to war, and he's gone for months, if not, in deployment. And what happens is the wife is left alone, and she may end up sleeping with his best friend or something. And there's so many things that go on, and well, why? Because he's gone, she's lonely, she's afraid. What if he dies? All kinds of stuff. She needs somebody there to help her with the family, and this guy's a substitute. So no one looks at all of the conditions that go into relationships and the dynamics, and what normally tends to do is that people just blow it up and they get divorced rather than
and that's it. That's
wanting to break it down.
And you hit it on the head right there. People don't take the time to understand why the cheating's going on, and there's so many factors to consider. I mean, take for example past lives. Maybe you got married with some guy and you've been involved with that guy for 5 years. And then all of a sudden you meet a guy down the road that you've been married to in 5 other lifetimes, and so you have an incredibly deep connection to this person, and so you go and you get involved with this guy, not because you have less attention span with the other guy or you feel less about the other guy. You just have had more history with this other guy, and that's been more meaningful in other lifetimes, and you just now met him, and that's just the way the cookies fell, So there's a lot to consider, so much more to consider.
Right.
Does that make sense to you?
So you're bringing the spiritual aspect, which again, the majority of America wouldn't even contemplate it, That's the last thought that would enter their mind about why something happened in relationship and the motivation.
So I think the cheating I think predominantly happens because there's lack of understanding in relationships to begin with, and and I think people are impatient. They still have growing up to do. I mean, if you were an ascended master involved in a relationship, would you cheat on your partner? I don't think that would ever happen. I mean, even if.
But okay, it's not even about cheating. It's like it's like I said, we make cheating a debilitating thing as opposed to opening relationship and having others coming in to add to one partner or the other or for both. So again, this idea of monogamy is an exclusive, it's an excluder. It's also denying people from external growth in the sense of like I said, the other person is for supply or for pleasure, for whatever, all the other kinds of things. And it's an unreal expectation.
Well, and good. And you said right there, expectations.
Fulfilled. Yeah, and we can get fulfilled outside of the relationship in other things, whether it's gardening or salsa dancing with somebody else, or, picking apples in an orchard and then coming back and going, I had a great, fantastic time. I feel so much better. And now I can add and bring this excitement into my marriage, into my relationship, as opposed to the other person getting angry about that.
Exactly. And cheating typically happens because either people want to own each other, or and see that, and that's what's happening when a woman wants attention from her husband, or vice versa, or whatever. When the partner wants attention from their partner, are they being codependent? Are they trying to own each other? What's going on? Why are these people acting this way? Or why, you know, there's obviously that means there's a red flag going on even before the cheating happens, and regardless of who's cheating, there's still, you know, it's not that doesn't, you know, there's no excuse. There's none excuse. People don't sit down and take the time to do, and you know what I'm talking about, when you don't set boundaries. You don't take the time to just talk to each other instead of at each other or away from each other. The people don't sit down and talk and reconnect on a regular basis. Then obviously there's going to be misunderstandings, confusion, lack of self-worth. I mean, all kinds of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. So I think, you know, again, this idea of monogamy and cheating and things is prevalent because we really don't have a solid foundation for a relationship.
So what is a good what is a good solid foundation for a relationship?
I think it's individual for the couples. I mean, some people, well, for me, my criteria would be foundation for a relationship would be that we're coming together to help each other grow. We're going to build communication.
You're supporting each other.
We're supporting each other, yes. And we're coming together to resolve, to be able to express wants, needs, and desires, and be able to express that. I'm past childbearing, so having children is not in my picture. And I think I don't even know if I would want to be involved with someone who has children. That might be a stretch for me. So that might be something to consider. You know, being a mom is like I'm what I want to have being involved with somebody. So again, all of that baggage that people bring from other relationships, you know, kids or grandkids or whatever, the past experience, and
so you're saying that people should know what they want in a relationship to begin with, at the get-go, to begin with, and
well, I don't think people are honest with relationships from the get-go. Because of our insecurities, and a lot of women want financial security, or they want sperm donors. They don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
Those are some of the reasons they get married. And they use this idea of falling in love with somebody. They certainly don't communicate. They want to be taken care of. They don't want responsibility. And, you know, that's the role that the man plays. And men are willing to overlook all those things that the woman wants, and they say that they love the woman. But there's not really any, like I said, people aren't expressing their truth around why they're really coming together.
Well, so, no, that's a good point. Is that you know, again, people need to know. They're in love. They need to know what they really want in a relationship before they even get involved in it, and they have to be real reasons, real criteria, real foundation, not something that's fantasy or, you know, or manipulative or whatever. They have to be real criteria, real foundation that's beneficial to themselves and to their partner. So that's mm-hmm. That's what I'm hearing you saying, and not only that, but even if you get involved in a relationship, a year or 2 years down the road, you should reassess, reevaluate all that criteria, all all that foundation, and reestablish it or reconfirm it, or both, so that you make sure you're on the right track. So maybe that's what needs to happen, like either once a year, or once a year and a half, or once every 2 years. People need to sit mm-hmm. down and reestablish their intentions with each other.
Their purpose. Yeah, purpose. What is my purpose for being here? What is my purpose for you being in my life and my being in your life? How are we aiding each other and helping each other and assisting each other in growth? I think my thought is I'm here on this planet to grow, to learn, change, to evolve, to transform. And relationships are a very intimate way. They can be physically intimate to explore that. And we have all these other dynamics that go along with it.
And again,
and we use that word love, it's thrown on really, really blatantly. I love you, I love you, I love you. But, how are we showing love to each other? What's the divorce rate? If people say they love each other, and then the next second they're hating each other.
So now
they want a divorce because somebody cheated.
The biggest reason, the biggest reason that people divorce, and I'm pretty sure this is true, is because of finances, because of funding, lack of funding coming through. Now, my guess, and I can almost bet you 100% that that it's the same is true for cheating. People that are cheating with each other, they are doing it because there's lack of funding coming through, and maybe the spouse, one of the spouses has the chore of funding the whole relationship on their shoulders, and they're all just working, and of course, they don't have time to spend with their partner because why? They're working to make sure that they have a roof over their head. Of course. Well, so something needs. If only one partner is working, and they don't have time to spend each other, well, that makes a lot of sense. If both partners are working their butts off, and just to keep the roof above their head and their lifestyle, and they're having a hard time spending time with each other because they're both working. Well, yeah, of course they have a hard time spending quality time with each other. That doesn't take a genius to figure that one out.
Right, but you're talking about economics, and then the factor of the social strata that the people are in. So if they're poor, yes, it is going to need more time, and they can't really, they're just trying to eke out a living and existence. How can they develop a relationship when they can't, all they're doing is eating and sleeping together and then going to work and trying to pay bills?
Exactly. So now here's a good one. Now people can do that. The secret behind that is time management. It's like being a businessman. It is being a businessman in a sense of speaking. Even though you're working for a company, you still have to manage your time. If people are not managing their time effectively and efficiently, then that is gonna cost you in the long run, your relationship in the long run. Absolutely, I think, for sure. If people take the time to schedule in, they have certain amount of hours they're going to be working. They're going to be tired, and they're going to be certain hours that they're going to be resting, and then they're still going to have some hours left over, no matter what. But
it's also scheduling. Somebody may work nights, and somebody may work days because you got kids, and the person who's working nights sleeps during the day, and the person who works days.
Yeah, but you're still going to have that day off. You're not going to be working 7 days a week. I don't care who you are. You're not going to be working 7 days a week. Even if you do, it's only going to be for 2 or 3 months or whatever, for a season or whatever.
So I think the social strata makes a big difference. But again, somebody who's making a lot of money is working a lot, and maybe they travel or something. We brought up this thing about the military. And they're gone for months at a time, and sometimes they may be deployed and there is no computer access or internet access or Skyping or whatever it is to talk to them.
So it still goes back to time management. People need to turn. If people are, so I guess maybe that's a good assumption, Laureate, to make. If there's cheating going on, then that means that there's a problem with time management going on.
That's a big possible factor.
Okay. And I don't know that that's the only factor, but I think that's a really good, sizable one.
Those qualities that you talked about a woman not feeling loved, so she's going to get her someone acknowledging her outside of the relationship because it's not coming from her partner. He's working all the time, or he's traveling and working all the time.
But if people are being productive and people are being creative, you know, it's just like I was reading some stuff about texting. You can text your lover, your partner, your girlfriend, your wife, different messages that will entice her and inspire her and keep connected with her. You know, on a regular basis, on a daily basis, you can be texting her throughout the day. Anywhere from 2 to 3 or 5 to 10 messages, at least 10 messages a day, and still stay connected with her. And I you know what I'm saying? And being connected doesn't mean you have to be physical with each other all the time.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual thing. If you're maintaining a spiritual connection with your partner, there should be no reason for cheating. If you're maintaining boundaries and you're setting boundaries at the get-go, there should be no reason for cheating. None at all. Absolutely not. So
here we're talking about if people are in harmony with each other. They're supporting each other.
Absolutely.
They are assisting each other. They're interacting, communicating, loving each other.
They're being pro-relationship. Absolutely.
Yes, that's it. That sounds more like a healthier relationship where one person isn't going to seek outside influence that may damage that structure that they're creating.
I mean, think about it. You can either be pro-relationship or abort relationship. So, if there's things that are going on that are being abortive, that are pulling you away, that are causing you to separate, that are causing you to stay away from your partner, that are causing you to shy away from your partner, that are causing you to be mad at your partner, negative towards your partner, anything that has to do with separation with your partner is abort relationship. Pro-relationship is supportive, it's creative, productive.
Right.
It's working, communing with each other, communicating with each other. And maybe people need to do that. Sit down and write those factors down. What are all the things that are keeping us away from each other? What are all the things that are keeping us with each other, supporting each other? They need to make a list of things that are going on in their relationship, either pro or against. And if the list is bigger in the pro department, then you're in good health. You're in good shape. You're still in a healthy relationship, at least reasonably. But if it's everything's in the abort relationship section or the against the relationship, then you really need to sit down and look at what's going on with your relationship. And not only that, but you need to sit down and think about, do you want to still stay in that relationship or not?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then, and I know we're getting close to ending, and then you have people who are in polyamorous relationships. So
that's
they
a
are
whole different show. But that's
I know, but I'm just saying that's needed. These people are more open about what's going on, that they're bringing another in and talking about their attraction to somebody else, and both partners may have a primary partner.
90 seconds.
With same sex or opposite sex, but there's communication. Here we're coming back to that great word again. Communicating between everybody, and it doesn't mean that jealousy doesn't happen, but these people are willing to sit down and talk about it and address their issues.
And that's it.
Doesn't happen in regular relationships, these monogamous relationships. They just blow up and get divorced.
Absolutely, and that's good. And that's a good point. If you're not growing up enough to want to talk about your relationship and deal with the issues, then get a divorce. Go home. Go play with your kids, or go play with other kids that think the same way. If you don't want to grow up, then get a divorce and go home. That's it. I want to thank all of you for being here. Have a God-Goddess weekend. Be the love that you are, always have been, and always will be. Aloha.
Aloha.